like, subscribe, and leave a comment. So here's your review of WWE Raw, the week commencing the 26th of March. It starts with, whoa, Cody Rhodes coming out. Basically, he calls out Roman Reigns for saying he doesn't keep his promises, and he's looking to keep his promise at WrestleMania. And he's coming for Roman Reigns also. And he wants the crowd to ride with him and point at the WrestleMania sign. Then, if you smell, The Rock comes out. The final boss, as they call him, comes out. They just stare at each other for like 2 hours. I'm not sure what's going on with there. And then he whispers something to Cody and then walks out. So I'm not sure what's happening there. Then we have the Judgment Day, basically saying to JD, he needs to deal with Ricochet. So that goes into JD versus Ricochet in a great match. Go and watch it. But in the end, Ricochet gets the victory again. So the Judgment Day are not going to be happy. Then, look in my eyes. What do you see? It's in Chicago. So CM Punk comes out. He says a lot of people are talking about him. A lot of people are talking about him. Will he be at WrestleMania? Will he not be at WrestleMania? Maybe he will be a referee. He calls out Seth Rollins. He also calls out Roman Reigns as well, and The Rock. And then as he proceeds to call out Drew McIntyre comes out. He tells, because CM Punk starts making fun of Drew McIntyre's kilt, and then Drew says, you better be careful saying stuff like that because you'll get cancelled in 2024. And basically says to Punk that he is Drew's motivation. He thinks about Punk every time he's dwindling down with his training, where things ain't going well. He thinks about Punk. And yeah, and Drew says he's a chosen one. So Drew comes out and says he's the chosen one. Punk says, who called you the chosen one? Who says you're the chosen one? We all know who that person is. And Drew just started laughing because he couldn't say his name. Obviously, he's been suspended or he's resigned. So then Drew basically says he wants CM Punk to commentate his match or be a referee of some sort. Seth Rollins comes out and Seth basically says this is Seth's show and he doesn't care what CM Punk does. He doesn't care what he's doing, and he wants CM Punk to actually commentate the World Championship match at WrestleMania. He doesn't care what he does, and just wants CM Punk to stay out of his way. And it looks like CM Punk may commentate their World Championship match at WrestleMania. Then we have Shinsuke Nakamura calling out Jey Uso for their match later on. Then there's a little snippet. It looks like Meek Mill is going to be at WrestleMania, so let's see if that happens. Then it goes to a match, Ivy versus Candice, in a great match. Go and watch. You haven't seen it, but in the end, Candice gets the victory. Then we have the New Day and DIY basically arguing back and forth. Obviously, it's going into WrestleMania season. And then the Miz and R-Truth join and chime in. Then we have the New Day versus DIY. It turned out to be a great match, but nothing happened because there was a whole massive brawl as Judgment Day attacks everybody. Then we have Gunther in the back saying he doesn't think that Sami Zayn can beat Bronson Reed, and he knows that Sami knows he can't beat him. Then we have Andrade versus Vinci in a great match. Go and watch it. But in the end, Andrade got the victory. Then we have Rhea Ripley come out. Basically, she calls out Becky Lynch because she doesn't think Becky Lynch is focusing on her and their match at WrestleMania. She's having matches week in, week out, but she's not focusing on her. Then Becky Lynch comes out. They go back and forth, and then it turns into a brawl. Then we have Chad Gable giving some pep talk to Sami Zayn for his match against Bronson Reed and Gunther. So then we go into a Bronson Reed versus Sami Zayn in a great match. Go and watch it if you haven't seen it. Really good match, but in the end, Bronson Reed gets the victory. Then we have Jey Uso calling out Jimmy Uso, saying he's coming for him, he's coming for Shinsuke Nakamura, and then Jimmy Uso and Solo pull up on Jey. But nothing happens, they walk off. Then you have Chad Gable in the back giving some advice to Sami Zayn about what to do when he faces Gunther and what he needs to do. And Chad Gable says you can also help him. Then in the main event, it's Jey Uso versus Shinsuke Nakamura in a great match. Go and watch it if you haven't seen it. There was some interference at ringside. There was brawling between Seth Rollins, the Bloodline, Solo, Jimmy, and Drew. There was all brawling. But in the end, Jey Uso gets the victory. Yeet. Then after that, there isn't a match, but we have The Rock confronting Cody Rhodes. Basically, Cody Rhodes is fighting with the Bloodline in the back. Then he gets attacked from behind by The Rock. The Rock literally takes him out. He bloodies him up as well. And he just smashes him into his own van. And he hits him with his belt as well and says things to his mum. So that's the review of WWE RAW. Very, very eventful. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment.